Oh, hey! Welcome to the Whitey White Guy Show. I'm Whitey. On this channel, I do retro video game reviews. You can see some Super Nintendo on an old box screen TV back there. I got a bunch of movies to review. This one's 310 to Yuma. I'm going to get to that in just a second. I do some unboxings. I do some product review kind of stuff. Yeah, your standard rigmarole anymore these days. And one thing I'm trying to get through too. Holy moly. All the baseball cards and football cards. A lot of work to be done. Okay, so today I'm going to review the film 310 to Yuma, starring Russell Crowe and Christian Bale and Ben Foster. We're going to get to that in a second. This film came out in, 2007. It's a remake of, I don't know if it's a classic, but an old Western film by the same title, same concept. An old black and white. Again, I honestly don't know how big of a film that was, but this is one of the few. I don't even know what you call them anymore. Not a remake, I guess. Where I'm like, I'm glad they did it because these guys do a great job in acting. With the acting, it looks good. The cast is phenomenal. It looks excellent. It's basically updating it because the old black and white, you just didn't have the same technology, but it's a fun story. And so I'll just read the back to you real quick. An infamous outlaw, Ben Wade, played by Russell Crowe, and his vicious gang of thieves and murderers have plagued the Southern Railroad. When Wade is captured, Civil War veteran Dan Evans, played by Christian Bale, volunteers to deliver him alive to the 310 to Yuma, a train that will take the killer to trial. But with Wade's outfit on the trail and dangerous at every turn, the mission soon becomes a violent, impossible journey toward 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 each man's destiny. That's about right. So, um, Ben Wade, I'll fill you in a little bit, played by Christian Bale. He's a Civil War veteran. This takes place probably in the 1870s, from the look of everything, maybe early 1880s. And he's out. He's a farmer, I think, more a rancher, and they're out in the Southwest. It ain't raining. His crop isn't doing too hot. His cattle is getting thin, and he's running out of money. He's got a wife and a couple of sons, and so he and his sons are on the horses. They're out on the range when the aforementioned Ben Wade and his band of bad guys with his henchman Ben Foster. I'm pointing at things that you can't see. I'm sorry. The aforementioned Ben Wade and his right hand man Christian Ben Foster, and here's Christian Bale. Oh, doing this in reverse. They come riding in to rob this train. The train is guarded by a bunch of about a dozen or so Pinkerton Detective Agency members, Pinkerton men. A big old shootout happens. They end up killing everybody. And Ben Wade and his two sons just happen to witness the tail end of this big huge shootout event. Even though these guys are willing to kill Pinkerton men and railroad workers, they're not absolute complete psychopaths, and that they're not going to kill just some guy and his two sons. So they write up to him and basically say that, and then they're like, "But we got to take your horses, so you don't go tell the law, and we get caught and end up hanging from a rope." So um, then the Christian Bale character, Dan Evans, goes into town to tell the sheriff. The rest of the gang is taken off to parts unknown, but Russell Crowe stays behind because he's into a pretty girl. He's into a prostitute there, and he doesn't leave in time. Christian Bale assists in the process. He ends up getting arrested. And then Ben Foster doubles back to check on him, realizes he's been captured, fires a shot in the air. He goes, "This town's going to burn." And Christian Bale rescued a sheriff who had been shot and injured. So what's going to happen is, like they're saying, the good guys are trying to take Ben Wade to the 310 to Yuma to go to Yuma prison. The bad guys are trying to stop, and it's a race in a nutshell. And they come across Apaches and just all the kind of types of things that you'd expect to come across. And there's this real weird dynamic because the Ben Wade character ends up saving him from the Apaches before he kills one of the guys. And so they're literally trying to kill each other, but as they keep coming across different obstacles, they have to work together or they're all going to get killed. And so there's this kind of love-hate camaraderie between Ben Wade and his captors. And then simultaneously, Ben Wade's character is in a weird position because if he doesn't get the gang what they want in terms of robbing banks and fame, acclaim, and money and all that stuff, he's kind of in a way trapped and a monster of his own creation. So he doesn't necessarily even want to be doing this stuff, but he kind of has to. And so there's just the type of thing that so many films, present and before, are missing is the moral ambiguity of these characters. They're not perfect heroes. They're normal human beings. This guy, of course, is, more vicious, but they end up working together because they kind of have to. And then the guys who are trying to save Ben Wade, his own guys, almost end up killing him a few times. My one lament about this film at all, there isn't more Ben Foster. Jesus criminy, was he awesome in this movie. Just awesome. He did this character needs his own movie. So Russell Crowe, excellent actor, of course. Christian Bale, excellent actor. Not taking anything away from these guys. And there's a whole cast. Everybody in this is a really good actor. There's a bunch of recognizable names. Henry Fonda is in this. One of the dudes from Dallas Roberts, Alan Tudyk. Alan Tudyk is in this. He's really likable in this movie. Logan Lerman, who's been in just a whole slew of films, Standing Tall off the top of my head. Just everybody. Peter Fonda, Gretchen Mol. Gretchen Mol is in this. Gotta love some Gretchen Mol. I just now realized that's Gretchen Mol, and I'm a fan of her work. She's adorable. She's gorgeous. I'm starting to sweat, so I'm going to wrap this up. But fantastic. The cast does a great job. A very likable cast. A lot of fun. A lot of shoot 'em up. But Ben Foster needs his own damn movie. And the closest thing to it was another really good film called Hell or High Water with him and Chris Pine, which was really good. But somebody put Ben Foster in a film as the lead and let him do some shoot 'em up because he crushes it here. Surrounded by excellent actors giving excellent performances. Ben Foster crushed out of the way, you. I'm Ben frickin' Foster. I'm gonna be doing a great job in this film. So really good film. It's the type of things where they shoot a few shots and then they reload. Oh, the wonderful reloading in this movie. Very very realistic fiction. There's just a few things where, okay, they probably wouldn't happen like that, but 99% of the film, very really believable, very down to earth. Nothing too terribly fantastical here. I hated the ending. I loved this movie up until the final 10 minutes. I hated the ending. I was rooting for Ben Foster the whole time. I wish Ben Foster killed everybody else. Hated it. Hated it. The ending is ass. It's just awful. Everything prior to that, if it's an hour and a half long, there's an hour and 20 minutes of outstanding filmmaking. It looks great. Score, performances, believability, tight writing. I hated the ending. I just hated the ending. So that's it for the Why Do I Guess show. Check out 310 to Yuma. If you have not seen this film, do yourself a favor and go watch this movie. One of the very few films that got remade, and I'm glad they did it. And they did justice to the original and just updated it. Everything is fantastic. Hated the ending. Ben Foster for president. I'm going to get going. I'll see you guys on the next one. If you're still watching, like, subscribe. Check out the channel, and I'll be doing more movie reviews, again, retro video game reviews. See Tecmo Super Bowl 3 play back there on Super Nintendo on the old box screen TV. That ain't no emulator, son. So, see you guys on the next one, and good journey.